Good morning, everybody. Can you believe it's already Thursday? I hope you've had a good week. Going back over your letters and sounds and sight words and numbers and counting and showing your parents and your adults with you everything that you already know. It's been a good week, hasn't it? Let's go ahead and start with our good morning song. Here we go. Good morning, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. The day is beginning, there's so much to do. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, Miss Gibbons class. What are we going to do today? Read, 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 write, 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 and think, think, think with all our might. Who's going to be my helping hand today? Who's going to be my helping hand today? My helping hand today is going to be Levi. Levi has told me what part of the calendar he wants to choose for the background and his daily news. So let's get started with our calendar. Let's go ahead and say the months. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. And think about what month this is. It is...
Yippee! It's April 2020. Let's make a calendar.
April, and the year is 2020. Days of the week: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, if yesterday was Wednesday, that means today is Thursday. And if yesterday was April 8th, then today is April the 9th. Okay, let's click our Thursday and we'll read our sentence at the bottom.
Great job!
Today is Thursday, April 9th, 2020. Before I click the arrow, can you practice reading this sentence at the bottom so smoothly and fluently? Okay. Let's move our Thursday rectangle and our number 9 rectangle.
Nice! Great job!
Okay, we don't have any birthdays in our class in April. However, yesterday, Levi lost a tooth, and he's the helping hand today. So let's put the tooth guy on April the 8th, because that's the day when Levi lost a tooth. And let's put some stars on tomorrow. We won't have school tomorrow for Good Friday. That doesn't mean that, oops, did they go? Yeah, it's just hard to see. That doesn't mean you can't read tomorrow, or if you just want to write something, you can still do that. We're just we won't have calendar time tomorrow, and you can take a break if you want to for Good Friday. On Sunday, April the 12th is Easter, and on Wednesday, April the 22nd is Earth Day. Okay, Levi chose the background with the bright blue sky. Do we have a bright blue sky today? We still have some clouds left over from yesterday, but maybe our sky will turn blue, just like the one Levi is choosing for the calendar. Good job, Levi. Good choice. Okay, let's work on our daily news. We're going to include Levi's news today. Let's start the way that we always do with the word good. Let me turn the lights on and make sure you can see really well. Oh, which light is it? Let's see. There we go. Now you'll be able to see me better. And you'll be able to see Levi's News better. Okay, we're going to start with the word good, which starts with what kind of letter? Lowercase or uppercase? Uppercase. Good starts with an uppercase G. What two letters go together to say Two O's. Good. My D. What comes first? The doorknob. Then the door. Good morning. Okay. M says or. What two letters say or? O-R. More. What says N? Good morning. What three letters go together to say ing? I-N-G. Good morning. Exclamation point. I'm so happy to see you. Today. Today. Two is a sight word. How do we spell two? T-O. Uppercase T, the rest are lowercase in my sentence. Today. What three letters go together to spell day? D-A-Y. Today is. What two letters go together to spell is? I-S. And what is today? Yesterday was Wednesday, so today is Thursday. What two letters go together to say the? T-H. And I'm making my T uppercase here because it's the name of a day of the week. Thursday. And our month is April. And that's the name of the month, so the A gets to be uppercase. April. Yesterday was April the 8th. So that means today is April the 9th. That's right. 2020. Period. Okay, Levi's News. He said, I played with Nico on the slip and slides. Okay, how fun. So we're going to say, Levi played with Nico on the slip and slides. Was it cold that day? Were you cold in the water? Maybe not. A slip and slide may not be as cold as pool water. How fun. Levi played with Nico on the slip and slides. Levi played. I know play. I know how to spell play because it's a sight word. But are we saying Levi play with Nico on the slip and slides, or Levi played with Nico on the slip and slides? We're saying Levi played. So I'm going to put an ED at the end of play. And now it says Levi played with. That's one of our sight words, so I know that one. Levi played with Nico. See how I'm making the names start with an uppercase letter and the rest are lowercase? Levi played with Nico on the slip. Levi played with Nico on the slip, and I know that word. It's one of our sight words, so I can spell it. Levi played with Nico on the slip and slides. Slides. slide. So far it says slid. What do I need to put at the end of this word to make it say slide instead of slid? A silent E, that's right. So there was more than one slip and slide. Nico said I got to play on 2 slip and slides. And Levi said I played with Nico on the slip and slides. So what do I need to put right here at the very end of slide? An S. That's right. Okay, Levi played with Nico on the slip and slides. Exclamation point. Okay, are you ready to read? Okay, here we go. Good morning. Today is Thursday, April 9th, 2020. Levi played with Nico on the slip and slides. How fun. Good job, Levi, on your daily news. This morning we're going to read one story from the book Max and Maggie in Spring. We had the first day of spring when we were out of school. We had been out of school for a whole week and we needed to stay home. And after 1 week on that Friday, it was the first day of spring. We had been putting that on our Starfall calendar for March, hadn't we? And I didn't get to read Max and Maggie in Spring. And so I want to read the very first book, the very first story in here. There are 2 stories. I'm going to read the first one today. It was written, both stories were written by Janet Craig, and they were illustrated by Paul Measle. Max and Maggie in Spring. Now think back, we've already read Max and Maggie in fall when they were looking for the pumpkins and they made the big huge giant leaf pile. And then we read Max and Maggie in winter when they made the snowman and they went skiing. So now let's see what happens in the spring. The first story and the one we're going to read today is called Spring Fever. Oh no, fever? I hope nobody's sick. And there's somebody laying in the bed. I hope she's okay. Maggie awoke one fine spring morning. She felt the warm sunshine. She breathed the fresh spring air. Then she closed her eyes. What a beautiful day, said Maggie. I believe it is the perfect day for doing nothing at all. Maggie happily fell back to sleep. She did not know that someone was on his way to see her at that very moment. That someone was her good friend Max. Max whistled a happy tune. His small feet carried him lightly along. What a fine day, said Max. It's a perfect day for spring cleaning. I'll go and help Maggie. She'll be so happy. Max ran up the stairs and opened Maggie's door. Maggie, he called, it's me. Let's get to work. Maggie sat up in bed and stared at her friend. Spring has sprung, said Max. Birds are singing, flowers are about to bloom. It's time to get out of bed. I know it's spring, said Maggie. I know the birds are singing and I know the flowers are about to bloom. What I do not know is what that has to do with me getting out of bed. I've been up for hours, said Max. Spring is a busy time, so let's get busy with spring cleaning. Have you been spring cleaning at your house? Spring may be a busy time for you, said Maggie. For me, it's a time for doing nothing. And she pulled the blanket back over her head. My poor friend, said Max, you must not feel well. That's why you're still in bed. Maggie groaned. Max, she said, I'm not sick. I just don't feel like doing anything. You may join me if you like. Oh, said Max. All right. So there's 2 kinds of spring fevers, and it doesn't mean you're sick. sometimes people say you have spring fever if you just want to daydream and you just want to think about going outside instead of maybe doing your work. Maybe if you were at school and you couldn't concentrate and do your work, the teacher might say, "Do you have spring fever?" They don't mean you're sick. It just means when the weather's changing, you want to be outside, or you just want to sit inside and do nothing. But another kind of spring fever is when you want to be really, really busy, like Max. You might want to clean the house. Your parents might get that kind of spring fever. You might want to clean out the garage or plant some flowers or be busy, busy, busy. But it's not a real fever. Max sat in a rocking chair and tried to do nothing, but soon his foot forgot how to do nothing. It began to tap, the chair began to rock, and Max began to whistle. Maggie opened one eye. "Okay," she said, "tell me, what is spring cleaning?" "I'm glad you asked," said Max. "During spring cleaning, we brush away the cobwebs of winter. It is a time to scrub and polish. We'll make your little house as fresh and clean as spring itself." Maggie looked around the room. "It is a little dusty in here," she said. "Yes," said Max, "so let's clean it. I will clean the bedroom while you clean the kitchen." Maggie got out of bed. She went to the closet. She got out a mop, a pail, a broom, and a dust cloth. Then she went to the kitchen. Maggie scrubbed the floor and ceiling. She washed the windows, pots, and pans until they sparkled. She's doing some spring cleaning now. With a satisfied smile, Maggie looked around her. "Max," she called, "come and see the kitchen." But Max did not answer. Maggie looked in the bedroom. There was Max, fast asleep in the rocking chair. "Well," Maggie said, "it looks like Max and I were both right about spring. Spring is a good time for cleaning and working hard, but spring is also a good time for doing nothing at all." Then Maggie climbed back into bed and fell sound asleep. Okay, maybe not tomorrow because tomorrow's Good Friday, but Monday we'll read the next story, and it's called April Showers. I wonder what that means. April showers. Like taking a bath in April, taking a shower, or a different kind of shower? We'll have to see, won't we? Do you think the Max and Maggie books, and I think we've already talked about this, but at school, this is a good review. Remember, review means you're going over something you already learned. Do you think that Max and Maggie books are fiction or nonfiction? Remember, fiction means make-believe, not real. Nonfiction means real, true stories. Do you think Max and Maggie is fiction or nonfiction? Fiction, because mice don't really have houses and talk, do they? This is a good fiction story that we enjoy. Okay, before we go, let me get our uppercase letters, and we're going to practice our uppercase letters. Now this afternoon, after I read Junie B, if you'd like to bring a piece of paper and a pencil again, I'll tell you another math story. But before I go, let's do our letters. I'm going to come close to you. And today, I have them in order from Z all the way back to A. So they're kind of in backwards ABC order. When you see the letter, I want you to say letter is, and say the name. Like for this one, say letter is Z, sound is Z. Are you ready? We're going to go backwards. Here we go. Letter is Z, sound is Z. Letter is Y, sound is Y. Letter is X, sound is X. Letter is W, sound is W. Letter is V, sound is V. Letter is U, sound is Letter is T, sound is T. Letter is S, sound is S. Letter is R, sound is R. Letter is Q, sound is Qu. Letter is P, sound is P. Letter is O, sound is A. Letter is N, sound is N. Letter is M, sound is M. Letter is L, sound is L. Letter is K, sound is K. Letter is J, sound is J. Letter is I, sound is I. Letter is H, sound is H. Letter is G, sound is G. Letter is F, sound is F. Letter is E, sound is E. Letter is D, sound is D. Letter is C, sound is K. Letter is B, sound is B. And letter is A, sound is A. Good job, everybody. I'll see you later this afternoon. We'll read Junie B and we'll do a math story. Bye-bye.